All right. Well, welcome everyone. Welcome to our October. I'm thinking ahead. August 19th Team Huddle. And for those of you guys who are new and I have not actually met just yet, or you're watching the recording, my name is Kim Cardenas. I am an Arbonne Independent Consultant and Regional Vice President. And I just want to take a moment and to welcome our new independent consultants and to let you know that you have made an amazing decision to start your business now. Arbonne as a company is in such huge momentum that and it now is a great time to start. Our team is in huge momentum, and then also the fourth quarter of the year is the biggest time for Arbonne sales. And that has a lot to do with the holidays coming up, but it also has a lot to do with summer is over. Everybody's ready to get back into a routine, get back in doing, things, like clockwork, like Brenda will be on here in a minute because it'll say 9 o'clock. It just, the fourth quarter in Arbonne is where we see the most promotions happen. So I encourage you, whether you're brand new or whether you've been in Arbonne for a while, that you use the momentum that Arbonne has right now, you use the momentum that this team has right now, and you use the momentum of the fourth quarter to really set your business on fire and to really grow by 1 or 2 levels by the end of the year. It is totally, totally possible. If you are tuned in to Arbonne and via social media, on Instagram and on Facebook, you will see the promotions that are coming out of Arbonne are record breaking. Like last year at GTC, which was in May, we had somewhere between 200 and 300 new regional vice presidents walk the stage. This year, when we get to 2020 GTC, which is in April, we will have more than that, between 200 and 300 regional vice presidents walk the stage, and we're going to have many more national vice presidents this year. It is because there is just exponential growth in Arbonne right now, and there is no reason that you cannot be a part of that. You can be a part of this exponential growth. It's like, if you were on our Nation Zoom earlier, it's a decision. It's a decision in your gut that you're going to go for it. And it doesn't depend upon your team going for it. It depends upon you deciding to go for it. Your team follows your lead. We always say, when we're when you're an Arbonne independent consultant and you're developing or leading a team, your team goes at the pace of the leader. And so if you decide that you are ready to grow your business to the next level, it's up to you. When you run, your team will keep up with you. And so I just say, make that decision and decide to go for it, because it is totally up to you and totally within your capabilities to build a huge, amazing business. And so what I want you to do right now, because we are just a little bit over mid-month, I want you to expand your vision. So if you're an independent consultant and district manager qualification is your goal, I want you to see district manager qualification as a stepping stone. That we always say we have good and great goals. Your good goal is to reach district manager. Your great goal is to become then an area manager. So use district manager as a stepping stone. Don't stop once you get there. Your bigger goal is to become an area manager. And so the same thing, if you're a district manager and your goal is to to get into area qual. See area qual as a stepping stone. Have a bigger vision. And then if you're an area manager and your goal for this month is regional vice president qualification, then have a bigger vision than regional vice president qualification. Have the vision of that you're going nation, because if you can become a district manager, you can become a national vice president. We do the same thing through each of the levels. Our job description doesn't change. It is the same. So, just really don't play small. Have that very, very big vision. When we play small, we become complacent. Okay? When we just say, oh, I just can't dream like that. That is too big. That is too much. Then we become complacent in our businesses, and we stay at the consultant level, at the district manager level, at the area manager. We stay at those levels for too long. You got to paint that big vision for yourself, because you can build that kind of business. And again, if you're watching any type of the social media, you see it happening out there every single day. And it can be you. It's a decision that you say you're going to do. You're going to go for it. And by jumping on these team huddles, by jumping on the nation Zooms, by being connected, by being on the Voxers, by plugging in, we coach you every single day how to build a successful Arbonne business. It's actually very simple. It's not always easy, and we have a couple of great trainers tonight who's going to talk a little bit about that. But it's not always easy, but it's a decision to be consistent and to do the work that it takes to build an Arbonne business. So we've got 2 rock stars on our team tonight that are going to train. And so first of all, I'm going to turn it over to Claire Miller, District Manager Claire Miller, to jump right in. And she told me she was going to train a little bit on a SoundCloud that she listened to that talks a little bit about the 100-person list, and I'm sure so much more. So Claire, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Actually, it really is just about the 100-person list. And I was listening to a SoundCloud. It was Evelyn Bennett. She's a national vice president in Reno, and she's been with Arbonne for 7 years. So the name of the SoundCloud is called the District Manager Hurdle. So if anybody wants to check it out, you can get the whole thing there. But she was really talking about how your 100-person list is literally your framework of your business. It is like, it's your business model. So we talk about this 100-person list, and when you first become a consultant, it's get this 100-person list and write down everybody you can think of. You have what's called your warm market, that are your friends, your family, people that you come in contact with all the time. But you've got to expand past that, because your friends and your family, they're not going to keep you in business. So kind of equate, one thing she was saying is equate your 100-person list to, like, say, opening a boutique. If you are about to open a boutique or something like that, for Jonathan, if you're about to open a gym, you're going to tell everybody you know. You're going to want everyone you know to know about your business, know about your boutique. You have to look at Arbonne the exact same way. And this 100-person list is usually the way that you can do it. Like I said, it's the framework for it. And about 3 months in, sometimes she noted that we sometimes have things that start to happen, and they lead us to say things like, I can't get any parties, nobody will host a party, nobody will come to my party, nobody will call me back. And you do have those kind of hurdles. So she was just kind of touching on how to get over things like that. And one thing she really kept touching on was that when we start that initial list, we always seem to keep going back to the same people. And we touch on those same people. And a lot of times the people that we're talking to know the other people that we're going to talk to. It's, if you're keeping it in your friends and your family, then more than likely they are talking with each other about it. And so you don't really want to become, and I know this sounds horrible, and I know none of you guys will be, but you don't want to become that Arbonne girl or that Arbonne guy that everybody's like, oh, great, here they come again, here they call again, it's going to be about Arbonne. So you want to make sure that that 100-person list, that you are talking to people, but like, don't go back to the same people. And also your 100-person list has to continuously grow. By month 3, your 100-person list should be a living, growing, moving entity that goes with you everywhere. One thing she spoke about was how her 100-person list is in her hand at all times. She has a journal that she keeps in her car, because your 100-person list is going to change. After you reach out to somebody and somebody does, become a client, or somebody hosts a party for you, then you take that person and you move that person to another list, or you move that person off of that 100-person list because you have made contact and you have, kind of gotten somewhere with that person. So you move them somewhere else so that you can build on that. And then let's see, one other point she said was continuously rewrite your list. Look at the people. If you've reached out, move them, like I said, to a different list. Look at every single name. And I know that sounds taxing, but you look at what the outcome was when you did reach out to them. Did they become a client? Did they host a party? Did they say no? And a lot of time, the reason people say no, or they don't respond to you, or they ghost you, as everybody says, is because it's not the right time. And that's what they're trying to tell you by not responding, or, just completely ignoring you. It's just that right now is not a good time. And if people tell you no, one thing she said that I really, really liked was ask their permission. If you can come back and talk to them later, say 2 months, 4 months, maybe a year from now, because you don't want to call your friends and them avoid you thinking you're going to talk about Arbonne. So you say, hey, listen, can I talk to you about this in 4 months, if the timing isn't right now. And so you take that person off of your 100-person list and you put them on your calendar. And you put them on your calendar for about 4 months from now, so you can go back to that person. And that frees up your 100-person list to where it doesn't look as overwhelming. It doesn't look so condensed, like there's so much that you've got to go through. Let's see. And sometimes, she said, sometimes your 100-person list isn't always going to be at 100 people, and that's okay. You need to start at the top and figure out your reach out method. And that's one thing that we can help you with as sponsors. That's one thing that, some things that we help you get through is how to reach out, and every person's different. So you're going to have to, kind of formulate your reach out to each person. Whatever the outcome is, you decide what to kind of do with the person. Like if they are a hard no, I don't want to, don't talk to me about this. I just started a new job. I don't have time. Too many irons in the fire. Then you just go, okay, I'm going to go ahead and put that person on my calendar, and I'm going to come back to them in a couple months. Because like I said, usually the no is tied to timing. Let's see. Another point that she had was, just be real. Tell them, ask their permission and tell them, hey, I don't want you to avoid me. I am going to get back with you about this, but I'm not going to call you and talk to you about Arbonne every time. And then the people that don't respond, this is a great opportunity. Whenever you have someone that's not responding at all, use that as an opportunity for you to create your own timeline with that person. You create your own timeline as to when you kind of think you can go back to that person. Let's see. Then you decide when to reach out again. And this, again, it frees up your 100-person list. Add new people. That was the third point that she talked about was, what does your list look like? It needs to be a weekly rewrite. People that are thriving in this business, people that are moving, the momentum that keeps going is because they're rewriting, constantly adding names to their 100-person list. This is not just a list of names. These are people that are going to help your business grow. And if you're not writing their names down, if you're not reaching out, if you're not talking to them, then you're going to become stagnant, and that's not where you want to land. Let's see. The third thing was how to add people to your list, because this is the second component to the list. You start the list, and you need to add people. Like she said, keep the list with you at all times. When she travels at her gym, this is your lukewarm market. You need to reach out, make new friends, people that you never thought about putting down on your list, put them down on your list, your dog groomer, your hairstylist. I mean, anybody you think, that you might come in contact with that you could talk to. Our mouth is our office. That was one thing that I really, really liked that she said. Of course, my mouth doesn't hush, but your mouth is your office. And once you start talking about your business, you're kind of getting people in your office. You're kind of saying, okay, come on, we're going to invite you and we're going to have this conversation. And when you're doing these things, like going to the gym or, taking your dog on a walk, walking around your neighborhood, you're doing the things that you love to do. And when you're doing the things that you love to do, a lot of the times you're doing those things with like-minded people. So the people that are doing the things with you more than likely are kind of already thinking the way that you think. So that's a good time to reach out and to talk to people. Let's see, when you're doing things that you love to do, okay, then also look at reconnecting with people that you haven't talked to. That is something actually that jump-started my business from the very beginning. Was I went back to the very first and I said, okay, hey, listen, everybody, I'm doing this again. Come on, let's get on this. You guys know you want to do it. Da, da, da. And so reconnecting is really how I started my business, and it's kind of kept going. If you're in a different place, or you are in a different place every day with your business than you were the day before. Every day you're in a different spot. So relook at the places that got you to your original 100-person list. Relook at your phone, your wedding invite list, your Christmas card list, Facebook, Instagram. Those are constantly changing. You're constantly adding friends. You're confirming or deleting or, whatever it is on Facebook to add a friend. You're meeting people and you add them to your announcement lists, or you add them to Christmas card lists, add them to your Arbonne list. Let's see, if you're in a different spot than you were the day you started, okay, if your business is not where you want it to be or where you envisioned it to be, you have so much power to change that by changing your 100-person list. It is okay to move people off of that, move them around. She actually admitted that her 100-person list is about 30 to 45 people because she's been able to move those people to her calendar or move them, into a different place. And the one thing that she left me with that I really liked was a quote that she said she got from some training, and I'm going to leave it here, is that that they were all asked, do we know the number one reason people do not join our Arbonne business? And that's because no one's asked them. What is the number one reason someone will join your Arbonne business? Because somebody asked them. So that 100-person list is good. It's great. Keep fresh eyes on it and let it travel with you. Let it be living and breathing in front of you at all times. So super important. That's all I've got. So.
Thanks, Claire. That was fabulous. And yeah, the 100-person list is an integral part of our business, because if we don't know who we're going to contact, who we're going to share this amazing opportunity with and these awesome products with, if we don't have a list every day that we're working from, then we don't have a business to run. So you're right. Our 100-person list is our business. It's who we reach out to. So thanks so much, Claire. Excellent training. All right, now I'm going to throw it over to Brenda, because Brenda is area manager, Brenda Fouts. And I have to remember I need to start leading with your titles, because we are getting so many new people on here. They like to know where everyone is at. So area manager Brenda Fouts is going to train on some ahas that she's had this month, and I believe it's going to be about keep going when your IPA cancels, and probably so much more. So Brenda, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you. I'm hoping that my computer will be okay tonight. I'm trying not to move a whole lot so as not to mess it up. Two things that I heard this week, and they kind of really intertwined. One was at the gym, and I mean, I've heard this before, but pain is weakness leaving your body. And I've always loved that. I hadn't really thought about that, just was reminded. So I guess I wanted, it occurred to me, I'm out on the patio the other morning having my tizzy, my detox tea, and my fizz. And I'm like, oh, I got to water these flowers. Just, oh man, it's really hot. I'm tired. I just want to just sit here and read my book. But I've gotten into the habit of watering the flowers. It's not a hard thing. It's a decision that I made because I wanted the end result. I relate everything to my garden and my yard. And it's really just, it's pretty simple. The business is pretty simple. And I really started thinking about, why do we think this business is so painful? Why do we think calling people is painful? It's because we've told ourselves it is. It's not painful. Is living in a home without running water. Painful is not being able to have shoes on your feet. We're not in pain, you guys. This is just day-to-day stuff. So I really started thinking about, okay, the reason I do that is because I have a vision of how I want my yard to look. And if I don't work it and get in the habit of doing it, it's not going to happen. So every day I have habits. I'm going to brush my teeth so my teeth won't rot and fall out, okay? I'm going to sleep so that I can function the next day. I'm going to do certain activities, wash my face, that have become, do I need to do them? And is it going to make me a better person? Yes. So I just really started thinking about that this week and how we act like it's so painful to do this. And people do stuff like this all the time that they don't want to do in a job. This is like really nothing just to ask people. It's really not that big a deal. I'm also was getting ready to read a book called Change Your Habits, Change Your Life by by Tom Corley. And he says, you will determine whether you are rich or poor or stuck in. We've also heard, and if you guys were on the Nation call, it was wonderful. Kim did such a great job. I saw her at that luncheon at GTC, and there was no doubt in my mind she was going to be RVP very, very quickly. It was a mindset. They tell you not to be a next month or don't put it off to next month. Correct. Keep going. So maybe you want to be a next monther. I had 2 parties this month that I was counting on, among other things. They both canceled. They both had good reasons. One was sick, and one couldn't get any people because it was too close to Labor Day. That's going to be my next month, or they're going to be in. You have to get in the habit of, okay, fine, I'm going to put them on the books for next month. I'm going to keep going. This is my habit that I'm working on. And Sherry knows this year we had to pick a word that was our word for this year, and my word was change. I have to change my habits if I'm going to promote, if I'm going to teach my team, if I'm going to grow my business, if I'm going to improve in my life. So I've rescheduled those parties for September, and I'm keep going with the momentum. The definition of habits is persistent routine that helps you focus. The only thing we have to do is make sure our good habits override our bad habits. And when you have good habits, you'll command respect, you'll make more money. And habits start with vision, and everybody knows vision starts with mind. So it's not painful to do what we do. It's a joy. It just has to be a habit that we do every day. And that daily method for success is the best thing that I've had in the last 4 years. I absolutely love it. So that's me tonight.
Thanks, Brenda. That is superb. It's so funny, great minds think alike. And what I was going to follow up with Claire and with you was I was going to talk just a little bit about our daily method for success, because the daily method for success, the sheet that we're using to work our businesses daily, is a habit to get into. And so that is why every time we're on a Zoom, I'm going to talk about it a little bit, because it needs to be a habit in all of our businesses to work on this sheet every day that we work our business. So I think over the next few team huddles, I'm going to cover, because the daily method for success is broken down into 10 items that we need to do every day that we work our business. So I'm going to cover 2 of those every huddle and just briefly talk about them, about why each one of those 10 is so important. So the first item on the daily method for success is 20 minutes of personal development. And this can be reading a book or listening to an audio. And this is 20 minutes of your day. We can actually do this entire sheet minus the 20 minutes in 30 minutes. You can do this entire sheet without the 20 minutes. So if you do the 20 minutes, it's going to take you, about an hour to accomplish everything on this sheet. So, but the 20 minutes of personal development, you choose in your day where you want to fit that 20 minutes in. And remember, the reason that we say 20 to 30 minutes of personal development is because you build yourself up, you become inspired. And what I find is that I love to do my personal development first thing in the morning before I start to work on my Arbonne business, because I'm inspired. I actually listen to a book or to audios when I run. And so I look forward to my run because I love what I'm listening to. And so I go run, I listen to my audio, to my personal development. I come back in, and before I jump in the shower, before I do anything else, I always, as sweaty as I am, I sit down at my desk and I work for about 30 minutes, because that 20 minutes, that 30 minutes of listening to personal development inspires me to work my business. It gives me the verbiage, it gives me the happiness, the everything I need to move my business forward. So that's when I sit down and work my personal businesses, right after I've listened to the personal development for 20 or 30 minutes. And so for you guys that are new and you're not really aware of what SoundCloud is, it's a free app, so please download SoundCloud. And Arbonne actually has a place on SoundCloud. It's called Arbonne Training on Demand. All of that training is 20 minutes or less. And so there's some quick, so if you're in the car, you're driving to go pick up your kids, or you're going to work, or you're just running up to the grocery store, pop on a SoundCloud and listen to it for a few minutes, because those trainings are amazing. And you can pick any of them because they're all pretty much updated and new within the last 2 years. And there's some amazing training on them. And you can get that done just very, very quickly. So it's SoundCloud, and it's called Arbonne Training on Demand. And then you can follow that. And then every time a new one is posted, it will alert you. And then also reading. Cecilia Stoll, the Executive National Vice President, Cecilia Stoll, who is, we are in her success line, she talks about that you have to read, that not only listening to audios, but you really need to see the words on the paper for them to make an impact in your life. And I truly also agree that reading is super important. And so I always, I'm listening to 1 or 2 different audios not at the same time, but I've always got 2 different books going depending on what mood I am. And I've always got 1 or 2 books that I'm reading also. So I'm going to recommend 4 right now. If you do not have a book to read, I'm going to recommend 4 different books. And so you choose which one it is. The first one, It's Not About You, a little short story about what matters most in business. It's by Bob Berg and John David Mann. Quick read, fun read, interesting read, and this will get you highly motivated to build your business. If you're worried about you don't know what to say when you're talking to people about Arbonne, this is an excellent little book. It's called Exactly What to Say, The Magic Words for Influence and Impact. Because as Arbonne independent consultants, we want to be influencers. That's our role. We want to be able to influence people to live a healthy lifestyle and to follow us and to do what we do. This is a great book, and it's by Phil M. Jones. You can get all of these on Amazon. The next book, this was one I recommended last year to a lot of the team. So if you haven't read it, I highly recommend you read it. It's called The Energy Bus, and it's by John Gordon. And again, it's a little fictional story, but it will so fire you up to build your business. And then most of you have probably heard about this book, is Girl Stop Apologizing by Rachel Hollis. She's the latest, biggest mover and shaker influencer. for females in any industry, for female entrepreneurs. She also has a book called Girl Wash Your Face. Both of them are excellent books that are going to help empower you and inspire you to build your business. So those are just 4 recommendations. So every week I will get on here and I will try to recommend another book. It doesn't mean you have to be reading all of these at the same time, but you know, different books speak to different people. And so I'm just going to share with you the books that I have read over the last year that really inspire me. And if you guys have any books you would like to recommend, then at the end of a Zoom, our next Zoom, please share that book with everyone, share that title with everyone else so that maybe it will inspire somebody else. So the first item on our daily method for success is 20 minutes of personal development, reading or audio. So I just gave you some excellent opportunities, some excellent ideas for that. All right, so the second item on the daily method for success is the gratitude list. And it is your need to list 5 things you're most grateful for that day. And so why is it so important to write down what we're grateful for? Because when we are grateful, when we write a gratitude list, we're going to be happier, we're going to be healthier, we're going to have increased productivity, and we're going to grow bigger Arbonne businesses. It is a proven fact that the people who are most grateful, the people who show more gratitude, are more successful. So if you want to be successful, you need to be grateful and write down what you're most grateful for. So again, gratitude makes us happier. Gratitude makes people like us more. Gratitude makes us more optimistic. Gratitude makes us less self-centered. And really, our goal as Arbonne Independent Consultant is to change people's lives. And so when we focus on what we're grateful for and we focus on other people, we're going to value other people more. And that's when people begin to know, like, and trust us and follow us and and allow us to be influencers in their life. All right, so I'll cover the other 8 items in the next few team huddles that we have over the next few weeks. All right, so in closing tonight, I talked a little bit before I started the recording. I talked a little bit about the I Want It All. We also talked about the I Want It All on the Nation mid-month earlier this evening. But again, the I Want It All will cost you $390. But you're going to get 21 items. So if you do the math, you're paying less than $20 per gift. Okay, less than $20 per gift. So 2 of them. And remember, everything that you purchase for your Arbonne business is tax deductible. So you want to buy 1 that you're going to sample out, that you're going to have as demos, and then 1 that you're going to give away as gifts. These are going to be your Christmas gifts to your family and friends. Because why would you buy Christmas presents from other stores when you have your own personal store? And if you're at the district manager level, then Arbonne is going to pay you to buy your Christmas gifts. You know, you get an override. So you actually get even more money back because you get more money in your pay. So the gifts will actually cost you less than $20 per gift. All right. 2 I Want It Alls. If you can afford it, then do it. The 1 is for you to sample out. 1 is for you to give as gift. And guess what? The 1 that you sample out, whatever's left over, gets to go in your bathroom, or you get to have yourself. It is yours because you don't gift away, you know, sampling. So that's, I don't really use my I Want It Alls personally until they're sold out. And they will sell out. The Christmas line always sells out. It goes on sale in September. You'll be able to purchase it September and October, but by the end of October, early November, it's going to be gone. Now, with Groupe Roger being our new parent company, have they fixed that yet? I would highly doubt that that's going to be fixed yet, that it would last longer, because remember, they formulate and make these products a year in advance, you know, so Group Roger was just coming on board last year about this time. So they had no control over what this I Want It All was going to be, or, you know, how much they were going to make of it. Okay. So I still think it's going to sell out in years to come. They might last later into the holiday season, but I feel pretty confident that this I Want It All, that these Christmas items will sell out by the end of October or early November. So again, get two if you can afford it. They're tax deductible. You give them away as gifts. And if you can, buy that third one and give away as hostess gifts. Or instead of buying a third I Want It All, you can buy individual items that you think are going to sell well. And there's going to be a lot of items in this one that's going to sell well. I'm just going to tell you, it's amazing. All right. And as soon as I get my hands on it, you guys are going to be able to see what it is. All right. So then the last thing I want to talk about, just 2 minutes on this. If your business is not where you want it to be, you can change that tonight. It's just a decision. It's a decision to work your business consistently. If you do the daily method for success consistently, in 30, 60, and 90 days, your business will be exploding. It's a proven fact. So do you want to grow your business exponentially? Do this every day. If you just want to grow on a good incline, exponential is going to be like, you know, straight up and down. If you just want to go on a good incline, then do this 3 times per week. Okay. But if you want to grow your business exponentially, find the time. Remember, it's less than an hour to get all of this accomplished. Do this every day and your business will grow exponentially. And you know, our business works in 30, 60, 90 day cycles. So when you start doing this, your first week, your first 2 weeks, your first 3 weeks, you're not going to see a lot in respects to QV on your dashboard because of this. But 30 days, 60 days, 90 days down the road, your business is going to explode because you did this every single day. So are you ready? Are you ready to explode your business? Are you ready to create the life that you've envisioned for yourself? I mean, I was running the other day, you know, we have to have, you know, we're supposed to write down our 21 reasons why we do this Arbonne business. So the other morning I was running, and you know, when you've been in Arbonne for 10 years, sometimes your reasons, you know, you click them off. You've already done this, you've done this, you've done this. And one big reason hit me right in the face when I was running the other morning. I mean, you know, for everybody's reason is going to be why, but when this hit me in the face, I was like, oh my gosh, this is a huge reason that I want to explode my business right now. And, you know, and I'll tell you guys what it is. It's kind of silly, but we now live on a golf course. And my husband would never, ever in a million years join the country club because the initiation fee and the dues are much more than what he would ever want to pay. And because he wants to retire, he would rather retire than join a country club. But he's just now learning how to play golf. Yeah, he's a doctor who's never played golf before in his life, but I see Jill, but he wants to play golf now. He actually got him some golf clubs, but he would never play in this community because it's too expensive. My why is to be able to join that country club so he can go and play golf. He can walk out his back door and go play golf. I mean, I was like, oh my gosh, I absolutely want to give that to him. He has given me so much over the years that I want to be able to give that to him. So I came right home from my run. Remember, I get inspired on my runs. I came right home from my run and I wrote that on my 21 reasons why, that this is one of the reasons I want to explode my business. So am I doing the daily method for success? Absolutely, every single day, because my business, there's so much I want to do, so many people's lives I want to change. And it's just not about me. It's about you guys, because if I'm telling you guys, sharing with you guys that we need to be doing this, I'm doing it myself, just like you guys. So, I'm just saying, if your business is not where you want it to be tonight, you can change that tomorrow morning, day one. and start working your business consistently and doing the daily method for success. All right, so we have 12 days left in August. We have 12 big days. I mean, August is a big month. People are ready to get back in routine. I will be leading the 30 Days to Healthy Living that starts on the 26th. I opened the group today. So I am, are you kidding? I will be doing this 30 days myself because I'm ready to get right back into the groove, right back into healthy living. I'm out there talking to people every day about, okay, your kids are back in school, life is back to routine. Let's get your health and your nutrition back on target. So, go out there. There are so many people that are ready. And the only reason they haven't started the 30 Days to Healthy Living is because we've not asked them. Right, Claire? We've not asked them. We've not asked them to join our business. We've not asked them to join our 30 Days to Healthy Living. Ask everybody. You just don't know who is ready to join you until you use those few words. All right. So again, your success is totally in your own hands. So if you're ready to do it, then do the items. Do the things that we need to do every single day to build your business. And again, if you don't know what those are, they're on the Daily Method for Success. And I know I keep pushing this, but I'm telling you guys, this will explode your business. If you do this every single day, it will explode your business. It is so simple to do. Again, we say it's not easy sometimes because we get lots of no's, but that's okay. That's why we do the personal development, to keep us strong and inspired. That's why we stay plugged in. That's why we come together weekly, because we empower each other to keep going, because we know success can be ours if we just stick with it and we don't quit before payday. All right, guys, thank you all so much for jumping on tonight. I will see you all next week, next Monday night. And when September rolls around, we'll throw it back to Sunday nights. And that way we won't have 2 Zooms on the same night. All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the recording. And if there's any questions,